Saturday night.
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture
With Cassie and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
For saying, because before the show I muted us. Good evening. Oh, we were all kinds of mute, but that's okay. That's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Oh, now I got it together. I think I got it together.
Okay.
Whatever.
Together. You got together now?
I think I got it together. I barely got it together. My mind has been just like spinning, like, those pictures of the acrobats who spin plates. That's what my mind has been lately, spinning plates. I have been in the process of cleaning and purging and decluttering as I prepare for some next phase, next level stuff. So that's where my head's kind of been.
All right. Okay.
And I know we talked about with March being Women's History Month that tonight we will talk about some of our favorite women and some of the different things. And you made a list. I apologize. I did not make a list because, as I said before, it's been a whole week of learning about fixed mortgages versus adjustable rate mortgages and talking with loan officers and completing all the ups and downs of first time home buyer ownership thing. So I apologize, I have not done my homework, so we will just have to go with your list. I don't even have pictures. I had to pull an old welcome video because I didn't even get that done, and I'm just all around, I'm in bad podcaster mode tonight, so please forgive me.
That is
I
okay.
didn't even do makeup, so,
That
that's
is
where
okay.
we're at now.
You
This
have
is like real deal Holyfield. This is just straight, plain, raw, no holds barred Kathy. I think I still have my hair up because like I said, I was cleaning.
you know what?
I'm a little blurry too. I don't know what's going on with
Yeah,
my
you are a
camera.
little blurry. I had my hair up earlier too today.
Yikes. Okay.
Oh man.
He's got jokes.
I
Okay.
got jokes.
Anyway,
I got jokes. I got
it's
jokes.
my fidget spinners. So what's the deal? What's going on? What's your world like?
My world is today I had the pleasure of performing at a what's the organization called Pure Hearts, and it's a
Mhm.
networking organization. So I was asked to come and perform at a networking organization where I did some spoken word poetry,
Oh, cool.
and and it was a good event. It was a really nice event. There's a couple of entrepreneurs there, and we were all networking. And I met some good contacts, some people, who wanted to get in touch with me and talk to me about certain things. So it was a good time. It was a real good time until we walked out and got insulted. But other than that, it was a good time.
Oh, okay. There's a story there. You walked out and got insulted. How so?
Um, it's not a big story. This older Caucasian lady kind of insulted us when we walked out, and
Mhm.
women in the group kind of it was like 3 or 4 of us walking out together at the end, and the women kind of walked away and just
Mhm.
like, and I kind of looked at her like, really? Is that
Oh,
what you
you just got Karen'd. That's all.
we got Karen. We got Karen because apparently she wanted to know, were we the group that was being loud? And the women just turned and walked away from her, and I just stood there and looked at her like sideways, and she kind of, I was just joking, and I'm like, no, really, I was just joking, and I'm like, Was it too loud for you? Did you hear something you liked? Did you?
It happens. It
It's-
happens. So
She
we just
just,
have
then
to
she just,
deal with it.
then she just walked away. Her husband pulled away. She's like, I was just joking. It's a lot of them, baby. Don't get them mad. But, no. So it was a good event, though. There was a lot of networking going on. I did some hosting um, Thursday night, and my next big event that I'm doing, tomorrow. I'm looking forward to tomorrow because George is going to my friend's house, and we have a Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to be an elf bard. I'm going to be an elf. And hold on a second. You ain't going to believe this. I got elf ears to wear for when I play tomorrow. I got to figure out how they fit on my ears. But I got the small ones and I got the big ones. I don't know whether I want to be like a double-sided elf with one small one and one small ear, one big ear, or just have the two small ears or just two big ears. But I got them in brown too, so they can kind of match my skin. So I got my elf ears for when I play tomorrow. I'm gonna put my elf ears on. And you want to see the shirt I'm gonna wear? Because it's Dungeons and Dragons. Hold on a second.
Okay. I guess so.
It's right here. It's right here. Hold on.
I guess so. So evidently the episode we did talking about Dungeons and Dragons
Okay.
has
So,
some pull.
so I'm torn between being an elf. This has no sleeves on it, but I might wear this one because it's got like,
I can't really see it because you're very pixelated on my end right now.
really. So it's either that or this one has a short sleeve on it, and I got to iron it, but that one. So yeah, I got these two shirts that look kind of like old English elfish type, and I got those together. And
what are your what's the weather like up there?
Rainy. It's rainy today.
Okay.
It is rainy today. It's very rainy.
It was
tomorrow's
this morning.
supposed to be sunny.
Okay.
Tomorrow's supposed to be sunny, but it's supposed to be cool and breezy though. But we're supposed to stay like in our 50s and whatever.
Well, so we might get to do a show together the first week of April.
Huh?
I said we might get to do a show together the first week of April.
Yeah, I know. You might come up.
Okay, yeah, I might be able to come up, so that'll be cool. So, all right. Well, we might as well start talking about your list because I didn't make a list, and I'll just go with your list. And we were talking about women in different areas and different fields, and it looks like you had 3 best female politicians. Although I don't know if you want to go ahead with your list on that.
You want to start with that list?
Yes. Let's start at the bottom, work our way to the top.
Okay, all right. I mean, there's no
What was that?
I'm sorry, my phone I gotta mute my phone, but I'm not trying to mute it because the phone line is open to anybody who wants to call in.
Okay, so if you want to call in and tell us about your favorite women and some of the categories that we're going to talk about tonight, you can do that. And the number to call is 856-229-4871, 856-229-4871, and call in and talk to Kathy and Kenny as we explain pop culture. And I take it you're going to take it on your end with the Roadcaster because
yes,
okay, because I hadn't figured out how to hook mine back up, and now I'm going to have to take everything down. So I'm gonna probably have to take everything down to set up in my new place. Steve, hey Steve. So, so when that happens,
I had to list there.
Kenny, in April, are we starting in April on that new thing?
Yes, we're starting that new thing in April. I have all the information we need. I got to talk to him next week. But in April,
Okay, yes. Tell us about April. And you know what? I'm gonna lay back so you can talk about it. Okay.
Okay, lay back so I can talk about April. In April, I'm trying to find the station, but starting in April, Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture will be syndicated in a way. Our show is going to be on radio in Chicago, Atlanta, and Jersey, and I'm going to tell you the station in 2 minutes. But what it is we're going to start recording our shows on Saturday nights and do them live like we always do. And starting April 1st, we're going to hand our recording over, and they're going to be played on Tuesday night on the station with a bunch of other talk shows. And I'm very embarrassed now because I don't have, um, bear with me one second. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So it's going to be on ND 105, 101.5 music. That's going to be a station. Who's got next radio? But it's going to be on that station, and it's ND 105, ND 105 FM. That's in the Jersey area, I guess. I'll have more information on how you can get a hold of the station. But Tuesday night you can hear us on ND 105, 10. I'm sorry, Kathy, it's 101.5. It's not 105.1, it's 101.5. And on Tuesday nights you can hear our show. It'll probably be playing from like 8 to 9 or 9 to 10 or something like that because they want to do it on the hour. But it's Who's Got Next Radio, and as I'm talking to you, I'm looking at the information, but I will have a more definitive information for you next week. But yes, that's we will now be on the radio in Chicago and Atlanta. And
So we are syndicated or about to be syndicated.
listen,
Uh,
yes,
Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture is going to be a part of the Who's Got Next radio network, and we will be able to be heard locally in the Philadelphia, South Jersey area on 101.5, Indy 101.5. Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. So that's kind of exciting. I'm
yes, it's very exciting.
excited about that as we go forward and keep the conversations going
Yeah,
forward. And we thank all the pop culture kids who show up: Ed, Steve, Scooby Life, Hey Archer.
yeah.
Just thanks to all you guys showing
Kirsten's
up
here.
and hanging out.
My friend Kirsten's here.
Oh,
So yeah,
Kirsten. Hey,
Kirsten's here. So yeah, we're going to be
appreciate
on.
everybody.
So Tuesday nights we're going to be on the radio. So if you miss us on Saturday night and seeing us live,
Radio, wow, wow.
and I don't want to jinx it, but in the future there might be a Roku television thing going on. We got to see how that works out. So
So, well, we gotta hook your Wi-Fi up. Although I guess my Wi-Fi is gonna change because
yeah,
I think at my new location, I won't be on AT&T. I probably will have to be on Spectrum because I think that's what's
is
offered
that a
in
North
the
Carolina
location.
thing?
That I guess. Well, I think Spectrum is all over. They're kind of taking over, but
I don't think we have
people.
Spectrum up here in South
Oh, you
Jersey.
don't have Spectrum? Okay, because
Yeah,
people call it Rectum because it's so bad. But
Lectum
hopefully,
or Rectum,
yes, Rectum.
Rectum.
But hopefully it'll be good enough and I can get I'm probably gonna pay for the 1 gig service, which is I guess the fastest uh upload and download speeds because we stream, we go live. You know what? We should go live every day in April. We should do Lita live every day in April. We could come on, we could do like, the pop five. Pop
Live
five.
every day in April. What time we doing that?
I don't know. I mean,
Okay,
when we get off of work, we could do the
live
top
live every
five.
day in April. Okay. You know
Lot
what?
start
Let's
at
talk
5. I won't be home by 5. I don't get off till 5, but
live every day in April.
live
Okay.
for 5 every day in April. It only has to be 5
Live for
minutes
5 minutes. Live for 5 minutes every day in April. You
every
know,
day in April.
that is a good idea.
I mean, since we're kicking off this new, syndicated radio program, we can go
Live.
live with, you know, top 5 things in pop culture for that day or top 5 things on our mind for that day. So
That,
we'll
that,
just
that
get
is that is a good live in five. You only use 5 minutes, and
5 minutes.
5 minutes, and we live in five every day in April. Let's do. That sounds fun.
That
Live in,
sounds fun. I
let's
like
do it.
it.
Let's do it 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, hey, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm there.
I
I
was
would do it.
joking.
I
I was.
would do it. I would so do
You know
it.
what? In
Five
actuality,
live at 5. Huh?
live at 5 and 5 o'clock in the morning. In actuality, that probably be the only time I'd be free.
I t- I'm telling you, that would be the best time. Granted,
That would probably
we'd
be
be
the only.
live by ourselves, but hey,
Yeah, we'd be live.
we
No,
gotta
we
you
get.
gotta have goals, you
Yeah,
know?
live at five. And
And
let's
hey,
do it.
now that we're gonna be a part of a syndicated radio network, we need to be pushing ourselves forward and,
Yes,
presenting ourselves with some challenges, I
yes,
think.
yes. We need to
So,
push ourselves forward and sleep with the right people.
gosh, we're gonna be in trouble then. Okay. So, anyway, if track records are anything,
Yeah, Woo! Okay,
oh, it's no fun getting old. Anyway, so
we're talking about I was trying to pick the best three of each category. And if I forgot a category, write it in, call in or whatever, and we can add that category and we can come up with three. And these are not like the best of all time. So if you have somebody you want to throw in there, please do. I'm not the
you
sharpest
do.
tool in the shed. I don't know everything.
You can
I
call
don't
the
know.
show 856-229-4871. And again, you know,
Yes,
hey,
call that number and you can get on the show live. We can hear your voice, or if you want to catch it,
hey, I'm sorry, go ahead, Kenny.
or if you want to catch it, and put your actual face on. Let us know. We can send you the link and you can do all that kind of stuff.
Hey, you
But
know what? We'll post the link in the comments.
we'll post the
So
link.
there's a link in the
Great,
comments, and if you want to jump on the stream, by all means, whether it's
please
Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, come on in and talk about it.
talk
Let's
about it. Talk about it. Talk
don't just
about it.
be about it, talk about it. So
So,
we
we're going to start off with politicians, and we're going to go off with the strongest women politicians. And there's a lot of
I
women I could have
didn't
chosen from.
here, let's preface, and again, I said it earlier, but I don't even know if my mic was on. But like I said, a lot going on in this new home buyers situation and cleaning and purging and packing. So I didn't come up with a list. So we're just going with Kenny's list tonight. And I'll be here to interject because actually to start off, I don't agree, but okay, let's go.
Okay. So, three best politicians that I could think of. I came up with AOC, Michelle Obama, and Shirley Chisholm.
Not a politician. What office does she hold?
Hold on, Shirley
Michelle
Chisholm.
Obama is not what did she run for?
Well, she's not a politician.
Author, podcaster, yes.
Yeah, but she was the president's wife. So to me, that's a politician.
And I don't think so, but okay, whatever.
What?
It's
You
your list.
disagree?
I do.
She had to have her hand in politics. She was the president's wife.
Okay.
So she had to. Steve, Kirsten, help me out. Somebody help me out.
All right. I mean, I don't agree, but again, if we all agreed on everything, then there would be no yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. All right. Let's go to your next list because I'm
Well, who
kind of
would you say?
on this
Who would you
list.
say?
What?
Who would you say? Off the top of your head.
Well, again, if you're talking about International Women's History Month, and I think you would be remiss, and again, you don't have to agree with their political positions, but I would think of people who've actually run countries, and just because in America we haven't allowed a woman to run a country doesn't mean it can't be done. I would have probably put on there Angela Merkel or Margaret Thatcher if we're talking politicians, maybe Barbara Jordan, definitely. Well, Shirley Chisholm, I could see being on there. But again, in the world bigger than the world
America.
we live in, I think you want to make room for, I guess, diverse political thought as well as um, diverse political leaders. So
Okay. So yeah,
that's it. But I didn't do a list. So
I wasn't thinking past the boundaries of America, so that's my fault on that one. Because you're right, Margaret Thatcher. That people like that should be, that should be the go
I mean,
to, you know. So let's move on to the next one. The next one is the three
see, these
best.
are the kind of I'm sorry, can we pause for the cause? Because these are the kind of comments that we should be reading. Sorry, Kenny, which actually that as a comment should stop there. But I am killing it tonight. But again, yeah, you gotta be, thinking bigger terms. But
Okay,
oh, let's
so
see.
so I was going. So let's go to. Yeah, I know you can't disagree with this list. I said three best female singers, and I
Yeah, I
topped it
can.
off with Tina Marie. I topped
Okay,
it off with
well,
Tina Marie.
and
The
and and
reason I
that
topped it off
will
with Tina,
appease me, I know.
the reason not for your benefit, but the reason
Mhm,
I topped it off with Tina Marie is because when I saw her in concert back in the '80s at the Budweiser Superfest with Tina
mm.
Marie and Cool and the Gang and some other people, because you know why some other people, because you're always going to remember Cool and the Gang and Tina Marie, because I was sitting there and she started singing the song and I got up and she started a note. I went to the bathroom. I got a soda for me and my date. I sat back down. She was still on that same note. That's Tina Marie for you. I'm just saying.
Um, uh, uh,
So
hey, did I take you to a Tina Marie concert?
yes, we went to a Tina Marie concert in Atlantic City.
So that's high praise because I've only seen Tina Marie with like, the cream of the crop. Because I know one time I went with my best friend Michelle, and then I think I took you to a concert one time. And one time I took our mother to a Tina Marie concert, and you know what? She Everybody get up. She was up out of her seat as well. She enjoyed it. Unfortunately, the closing act was Earth, Wind, and Fire, but they took too long with the pyrotechnics and stuff, and it was like, okay, you know what? We're done. We're out of here. So,
Oh, really?
so
Yeah.
we
What
left.
happened? With a
We had
fire?
seen,
They had the magnetic.
we saw Lady T, so I was happy, and it was so funny because there was another mother and daughter uh concert goer sitting in front of us, and and again I think the daughter had dragged her mother out to see Tina Marie. And what was cool is the mix of people who are Tina Marie fans. Yes, her base is in the Black community, but this mother and daughter was white, and it was just kind of cool
Oh yeah.
that we all could enjoy like Lady T, and that her reach was, you know, just beyond race. So I just
Yeah. Yeah. Lady T
I
was
always
just
got to give it up for my girl Lady T. So there you
so
go.
I also had on here
Hmm.
something out of my reach. I something that I don't normally listen to somebody, but I kind of put in this category because I know she has hit different genres. Barbara Streisand.
Mm, okay.
And then last but
All right.
not least, I put Aretha Franklin.
Oh well, and you know what? Why I would go? I could go with Aretha and get behind Aretha because her voice was so distinct, and nobody could do Aretha but Aretha. And
Yeah,
granted, Jennifer Hudson was very good. I did enjoy the movie.
I didn't see that.
Um, you didn't see Respect. It
No,
it was pretty good. I mean, as far as biops are concerned,
yeah, I'm
I
not
mean, I
keen
think
on
she held
biopics.
her own. She held her own. Was it the best buyout ever? No, maybe not. I haven't seen the new one with Whitney Houston,
I don't even see
but
it.
yeah, yeah. Coming up with the three best female singers to me is too hard. You know how I'm such a diehard Tina fan. I
I
would
was,
also probably have on my list. I probably just personally, I would put Dinah Washington, and that's just
I
because I love her. But the one thing I love, I don't know whether I would put Irene Cara as one of the best singers of all time.
No.
I think she's a good performer, not one of the best singers vocally,
Well,
not the
um,
best voice. But Dinah Washington has such a distinct voice. And the reason
and
I love her so much is that she wasn't just a singer, but she also was a producer at a time when women didn't do that. And
right,
also, too, like her myth and her lore that she had this angelic voice, but yet she could like drink men under the table. So she had this like kind of rough as nails kind of way about her. And there is an actress, of Yvette Nicole. Oh, what's her name? I can't think. She was in ER. I can't even think of her name right
never seen
now.
ER.
You
Never
never
watched.
watched ER?
I never watched ER. No,
Gosh,
no.
Kenny, when we're doing pop culture and you say things like that,
What? Like nobody, like not everybody watched ER.
I mean, come on. It was like the Marcus Welby of its time. It was like the
Okay.
quintessential medical TV drama.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean,
I
it
think it
was
came on the same.
ER.
It came on in the '80s, the same time as I think it came on in the '90s, the same time as like Lois and Clark. So
But that's why we had like, DVRs and
no, I ain't got time for that.
you know what? I your
Um,
your
no,
pop
no,
culture
yeah,
knowledge is just
Now
really
Steve
mid.
put on here in our comment section. Steve put Beyonce and Ann Wilson, an all-time. I think Whitney. I would go with Whitney. Ann Wilson is a
And
strong
Wilson.
possibility.
Mm.
Ann Wilson is strong for that. Beyonce is average. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of the Beehive.
Ooh, okay, the Beehive could come after you. They can come after your ass. They better leave
No,
me alone.
I like
I ain't even
Beyonce.
touching
I
that.
like Beyonce, but I think it's all hype. She's not as good as everybody says she is. She's
Mhm.
okay. She's an okay singer.
I don't
Like
think she has
she had the perfect role.
as strong a voice as like a Whitney,
Yeah,
and
no. She had the perfect role in the movie Dreamgirls where she was a singer that looked good but sound okay. And that's
mm,
Beyonce to me. She looked good, you sound okay. You sound good, you sound great, you sound good,
all right.
but not
I,
not
I'm
as good as not as good
I'm
as the
I'm gonna
Whitney,
reserve the right
not,
to just
not as good
shut
as
up.
not as good as the Ann Wilson, not as good as the Ann Wilson, not
Mm,
as good as a Whitney, not as good as a Aretha Franklin, not as good as a Tina or a Barbara. And one of the people I wanted to put on my list was Ella,
mhm.
because
See,
Ella was the person.
I'm a bigger Dinah Washington fan than Ella Fitzgerald.
Ella was the person who, when I was a kid, introduced me to scatting.
Mhm.
So that's why I love Ella Fitzgerald. We're gonna go to our next category:
All right.
female athletes. Now, there's a
Now,
lot of people. I want
here's
to put FloJo on there,
uh-huh. I just
and
read something about FloJo too, on a
uh,
Facebook. But
yeah,
for some reason, your female athletes, you stuck all to tennis.
I know, and I was trying not to, but look, Venus and Serena Williams, and Billie Jean
So
King.
you're not even gonna go back to Althea Gibbs.
No, no.
Okay, one Saturday I listened to about a dozen Beyonce songs, and her vocals are actually better than I previously thought.
Okay, well, teach his own. She's okay. I like some of her songs. I like her songs where she's singing and then she stops singing and Jay-Z starts rapping. I like those songs. To the left, it's catchy. It's catchy. It's
Oh, I
catchy.
like to the left.
To the left, it's catchy. Love on
And
top, it's okay.
actually, she won a Grammy for her new song, and believe it or not, I think actually, I don't know whether they give out Grammys once you die or whatever, but her new song samples a Tina Marie song. So technically, Tina Marie is listed as one of the writers of the song. So I don't know whether that means she gets a Grammy or not because she never got one during her lifetime. But because who's going to bring it back to Lady T. Anyway,
So and here's the thing too. Here's the thing also. With Beyonce's music, as opposed to the other women, a lot of the other women they sang and they did not sample.
mhm.
I know it's the climate and it's the type of music, but Beyonce, you're gonna get samples.
But I think she's done enough ballads and enough songs to prove that she does have a voice, that she can
I,
sing.
I know, but it's kind of
But
like for Dusty,
but
but
I
it's kind of
kinda
like
think she's
me.
almost got, like, that Taylor Swift hype, so it
Yeah,
doesn't matter what it is
well,
that people are just,
Taylor Swift is not a good singer at all.
she just has her
No,
followers,
Ta-
and
Taylor
same
Swift
thing for Taylor
is
Swift.
Taylor Swift was not a good singer or a good songwriter. It's all about the same thing.
Okay, okay, you know what? They could come after you. Oh, sorry, wrong sound effect. Because you're gonna have the Swifties after you, and then the Beehive. So you just
I'm
gonna
here for it. I am here for
panties
it.
are gonna be all in the
Swifties
twist.
and the Beehive, come at me. I'm here for it.
All
I'm
right.
here for it. So my athletes, yeah, I did stick to tennis because
Okay.
you got the Williams sisters who are a monument, an icon at a young age now, and they will always be icons for the things that they've done. And then you have somebody like Billie Jean King, who is an icon and who who did a lot of things for women in sports. And I just went directly to them too. I went to them three rather. I went directly to them three. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted to do Flojo. I wanted to do I just didn't.
Mia Hamm. But you know what? To me, I guess the sad part or the telling part with pop culture is that for women in professional sports, there doesn't seem to be a lot of opportunities
No,
um,
no.
to be front and center. And again, I think the only reason, even though you might have had Althea Gibbs, years ago, and other tennis players, and I think it wasn't until some of the barriers that Billie Jean King broke that, enabled women, in tennis to kind of make the money and earn the prestige and fame that men do, even though they still don't get as much as men do.
No.
But that it's a
And that's
shame
why
that that has not carried on in other sports. And I know like football around the world is much bigger than it is here, but I think there's has been some fame for women in, I guess, football or soccer as we call it. And because if you think of a Mia Hamm, but again on that level, it's and maybe gymnasts when the Olympics come around, or figure skaters. What are you doing over there? Are you playing with the sound beds?
no, I'm not. But people keep texting me while I'm trying to do my podcast. I'm sorry if I'm popular.
Okay. So, do you know how to turn the phone off?
Yeah, but if I tell you somebody calls, okay, I'll meet.
Okay, or
I'm,
turn the sound down at least.
okay, I'm gonna turn the sound down. Hold on a second.
And you know what? You can do what I do, and um, and hey, this is a pro tip. So you don't have an Apple phone, but you have an Android, and they have some of the same features. But one thing that you can do is set your phone so that instead of getting a loud ring or a sound, or you can set it to vibrate, but you can also set it so that
I got a
it
mute setting. I just set to mute. I just set to mute.
okay, but I know I use this setting so that if I get a text or something, my phone will flash. And why isn't it flashing? I guess I didn't get a text. I tried to send myself a text as an example, but I guess it didn't go. But in any case, but my phone, if I get a text, it'll actually flash, and that way I don't have to have that noise going off in the middle of the pod. See what I'm saying?
I see. What you're saying.
Okay.
I see exactly what you're saying.
Can
So
you smell what I'm stepping in?
I smell what you're stepping in. I do. I smell it. I smell it. So we're going to go on to the three best actresses.
Of all time or
of all
sometime?
time, of all time. And I did put one actress that's no longer with us in this. I felt like I had to put Angela Bassett on this list because she got. I felt she got cheated the other week. Plus,
You're
if you
still
think,
talking about the Oscars.
yeah,
Okay.
I am. But plus, if you think about the roles that
Well,
she
you
has
should have been
played,
mad about why didn't she get one for What's Love Got to Do with It? I thought that was a
yeah, but
stronger
yeah,
performance.
I've never seen what's love got to do with it. But when you talk
Oh,
about,
wait a minute. Oh, back the boat up. Oh, come on. You've never seen What's Love Got to Do with It? Kenny, it's Kathy and Kenny explain pop culture.
I know,
Some of those things in pop culture are like tent poles. You know?
Kirsten,
Tell me.
I,
It's like, I mean, how could you not have seen What's Love Got to Do with it?
I'm joking. It's a bit. It's a bit. It's a bit. I say I never seen the movie
And
that.
I don't believe you for a bit. I don't
Okay.
believe you for a bit.
Okay. Yeah. It's a bit. It's a bit.
Because you know what?
I'm just joking.
Because I know, like, the latest John Wick movie is coming out.
Yeah, John.
And I know I have not watched a John Wick movie, but guess what? I am committed to at least watching the first movie before 4 comes out so that I can, or before I go see 4, so that we can actually come on the show and talk about it.
Yeah, I'm
So,
gonna watch John Wick 3 again. I'm gonna watch John Wick 3 again. So
but do I need to go past 1? Because really,
yeah, you do. You do. You do.
are the sequels worthwhile?
Yeah, they are. They are.
Okay, I know.
I
Our
guess by
dad loves
3,
him. He's a John
yeah,
Wick fan.
yeah, by 3, the action scenes get kind of redundant from the first
Mhm.
2. But Halle Berry's thing that she does in number 3 is pretty decent. It's pretty decent. So, yeah,
All
it's
right.
so actresses, Angela Bassett, because you think about all the roles she has played,
Well,
different
no,
roles she played.
oh no, I mean, I'm not hating on Angela Bassett, but like I said,
Um,
um, and I watched Wakanda like Friday night. I think I watched it, and I just don't know whether that was. If they did give it to her, it's like kind of giving Whoopi Goldberg an Oscar for Ghost. To me, Ghost was not the most stellar of stellar performances. And that really the only reason she got it is because they should have given it to her for a color purple. Because I'm sorry, I saw the color purple. It made me blue. But she was amazing in it.
yeah,
Come
she was
on.
amazing in Color Purple. She was amazing in Color Purple. Now I also put Katharine Hepburn.
You are right, Scooby Life. You are right. I know. I
It's,
should
you know,
I
it's,
I should I should
you know
I
what?
keep on the piano, and I should
I'm
have
gonna throw
seen
this
it
out there. I'm gonna throw this out there.
because
Just
it's
just
piano.
like Denzel
No,
Washington
no,
in the
I know what
80s,
I
just like
knew I
Denzel
know where you
Washington in the 80s and 90s, and Keanu Reeves now in the 90s, 2000s, and now, and just like every other, like Billy D. Williams in the 70s and everything. You guys only think these guys are good looking because they're stars. If they was the average Joe walking on the street, walking up to you going, "Hey, baby, what's up?" You got, please.
No, Keanu. It's
Keanu is not.
like Scooby Life says, it's
I
piano.
know I got much respect for Keanu, and I like him as an actor, but come on, he ain't no better looking than Kenny Walker. Anyway,
Okay,
moving on.
moving on.
My next one was Katharine Hepburn because she is
Yeah,
a legend.
that's just because you love that movie, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner?
I know I love Guess Who's Coming Together, but it's still Katharine Hepburn on
I think
Golden Pond. Guess Who's
Betty
Coming? Come
Davis.
on,
I would go with Betty Davis
you got
before
Betty
Katharine
Davis?
Hepburn. Betty
Really?
Davis could clean up the floor with Katharine Hepburn. Betty Davis is the woman. Betty Davis, oh, she no joke.
I
Oh, come
know.
on.
I
Now Voyager, come on. Never mind, because you probably haven't seen that one either.
which movie is that?
Now Voyager. Yeah, okay. Anyway, it's
Come
a
on.
show about pop
Who
culture
else has heard
people
of that show?
and my brother's lack
Anyway,
thereof.
okay. He's
Oh,
handsome
he
and has
does.
amazing facial features. I know, but there are guys like me who had the same thing.
In any case,
Um,
Keanu is so good. You'll even sit through like 2 or 3 Bill and Ted movies. He's that good.
Did
But
you
go
ever
ahead.
see? Did you ever see him in a movie? A Netflix movie. Um,
Oh,
Definite
I'm
Maybe.
bad. Who?
It was a definite maybe or something like that. It's about two kids who were in love with each other when they were kids. They were best friends, and they their first time having sex with each other. And they grew up. She became real successful. He was working with his dad and getting high in his room with his best friend still, and he was working for his dad in the business. And then they got together, and when he was going to tell her that he liked her still after all these years, and then she
Mhm.
wound up dating somebody new, and the guy she started dating new was Keanu Reeves.
Oh.
And he was playing Keanu Reeves. So he's like, I'm going to compete with this. Like,
What's it called? It's called Definite Maybe?
yeah, I think it's called Definite Maybe.
Oh, and it's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay, I gotta check it out then.
I think it's called Definite. I'll find it for sure. Other than Grease 2, I like Michelle Pfeiffer. What do you mean, other than Grease 2? That's a
'Cause
comment from Steve Johnson.
the
Other than Grease 2, I like Grease 2 is the best musical ever
worst
made.
movie ever
Grease
made.
2 is one of the best musicals ever made. Period.
Oh, it's just so sad that you like that. That's just
Period. And my last actress I put on the list was
Oh,
Meryl
you
Streep.
mean I think it's called Always Be My Maybe.
Always Be My Maybe. Yes, Always Be My Maybe.
Always
Yeah.
Be My Maybe. Okay, 'cause I'm looking for a definite
And
maybe and
Keanu's part in that is great. It's great in that because he plays himself, but he plays like in
is it
extras,
like
like
the
kind of
did you see the Nick
like a
Cage movie,
cartoon.
the Nick Cage movie where he plays Nick Cage, what is it? The Unbearable
Oh,
something
that's a
of
new movie,
massive
right? That's a newer movie.
I think it's been
Yeah, that's
on
a
I
newer
think it
movie, right? It just came out.
yeah. Yeah, it
I
came
don't think it's
out.
been on
I mean,
streaming yet.
I think it has streamed.
I don't think it's been,
Maybe
I don't think it's
maybe
streamed
it's on
yet.
Stars or Showtime.
I want to see that. I know
Um,
what movie. I know what movie you're talking about. I want to see that movie. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I want to see that.
okay, yeah, I forgot the name of it, but it was 'cause I think I had one of those free preview movie weekends and it was on. I didn't get to see it, but I know it was in there. Um,
And my last actress was Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. Well, Meryl Streep does have GOAT status. I mean, she's just
It's Meryl Streep.
but she's Meryl Streep. Although I don't think was the movie was Out of Africa, and that's the movie that kind of swept the Oscars the year of The Color Purple, and I think she might
That's
even won
Johnny
that
Weaver.
year.
Was that Meryl
Huh?
Streep? She's Johnny Weaver.
Out of Africa was
Yeah,
Meryl Streep.
that was Meryl Streep. Okay.
It's Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. Maybe it's Kathy Explains Pop Culture to Kenny is what we need to change the name of the podcast to. Because you hitting zeros, my friend, tonight. Zeros. Just zeros. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
This is your
moving right
list.
along.
You made the list. I'm like,
Moving
man.
right along. Moving right along. Original Africa can't find it.
Sorry.
Moving right along.
Back.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
thinking about. I
It's
was
the
thinking about. I was
I'm
thinking about
sorry. The movie was called let's just go back. The Nicolas Cage movie was The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. That's the movie I was trying to think of.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I was thinking about putting maybe Angela Jolie because I know she's done a couple of things that might put her on that best actress list. Michelle Pfeiffer, of course, is one of my favorites. I was thinking about Whoopi Goldberg on the best actress list because Whoopi Goldberg has done some things, not just because she's one of my crushes, but she has done some things as an actress. I specifically liked it, not only The Color Purple, but I specifically liked her in Karina.
Oh, okay. Karina.
Yeah, she because
Ray Liotta.
yeah. Not only was she a good actress in that, but she was also her look that they gave her for the 50s was very beautiful. As if Whoopi Goldberg could look
Yeah.
any better.
You know who I think is a really good actress, and I don't know whether people put her in this category enough, but although the Oscars, they liked her, they really, really liked her. Sally Field, don't sleep on Sally Field because
Oh yes,
she
that
can
was Bill.
do
Yes,
some really, really killer dramatic movies, whether it's Places of the Heart or and then just do like these comedic turns. You could just put Sally Field in a movie. She could come into what was the movie with the Walmart Baby with Natalie Portman, and she was only in it for a hot minute. She just had like a quick scene, but she
but
chewed
she's
all the
Sally Field.
furniture.
She
And
can Gidget can take
she
a
is
scene. Gidget can
awesome.
take a scene.
Oh,
But see,
and I think people don't consider her like I guess this versatile or good actress because she started out as a child star, Gidget and Flying Nun and that kind of thing. But to me, that just speaks even more and more to her talent because she was
really,
able to overcome that. In fact, those child actors who take it to the next step or next level, like a Regina King, um, well, actually, technically, Keanu Reeves was could be considered a child actor because he started when he was like younger and in his teens.
yeah.
But but yeah, Sally Field. Don't Let's not sleep on her. But okay, let's
Can
talk
we
about
can
some
we
other
can
really
we put because St. Elmo's Fire, she was really good. I mean, Demi Moore, who was
I
married to Bruce Willis, who is the star of Die Hard. Thank you very much.
if the show or the podcast has a theme, it is that no matter what, there will be a
Die
reference
Hard,
to
yes.
Die Hard every
It
week.
was Die
Okay.
Hard. Yippee
All
ki
right. Yippee ki
Okay,
Oh,
so
I live.
our last category that I had was best female rappers. So
Best
I put,
female
of course, you can't do this list without having Queen Latifah on it.
I'll tell me another one of your crushes.
Yes, Queen Latifah is another one of my crushes. Yes.
There's some problems with your crush list, but go ahead. Just crush it.
And I know she passed away, but she was very talented as a rapper, even though she was in a singing group. Lisa Left Eye Lopez,
Okay. I'll give you that one.
extremely, and the best part of Fugees was Lauryn Hill.
Oh, definitely.
The best part, like I would listen to the album, The Score, and fast forward to Lauryn Hill's parts because those are the best verses in every song.
Hmm.
To me, Lauryn Hill's verses were the best verses in every song.
I mean, there is no doubt that there was something just like special with Lauren Hill with the Fugees. Lauren Hill, that first album, the Miseducation of Lauren
Oh yeah.
Hill. That that's just yeah. See, I would say Salt and Pepper. How could you leave Salt and Pepper off that list?
Push It. Push It was recorded in a bathroom.
I did not know that. Oh wait, so maybe you're redeeming yourself on the
Yeah.
pop culture front.
Yeah, Push It was recorded in the bathroom.
Ah,
That's what they recorded Push It. I mean,
although I can't help but like
MC
they had one song that had altered to help teach 8th grade math. So I used to tell the kids, let's talk about slope, baby. Y equals mxb. Let's talk about all the positives and the negative lines we'll see. Let's talk about slope. The kids loved it. Anyway.
that was a
my
real nerd thing to do. That was a real nerd thing to do. That was
Let's talk about slope,
yeah,
baby.
no. We
Y
don't
equals
need to hear the
mx
song again.
plus b.
We
Let's
just
talk about all the positive and the negative lines we'll see. Let's talk
I mean,
about
I wouldn't put these new female rappers, and then maybe because I'm getting old, I wouldn't put these new female rappers like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. I would put them in the same category as a Lauryn Hill, a Left Eye Lopez, a Queen Latifah,
oh,
MC Light, or
a
Salt and
salt
Pepper.
and pepper, MC Light. I
Like I
mean,
would put them in the same category. A Debrat,
how about
you
Missy
know,
Elliott?
Missy.
Oh
Oh,
man,
Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott. Oh, Missy Elliott is good. She's okay.
Okay.
She's in my Beyonce level. She's good. She's okay. But like, if I had a choice between listening to like the Brat spit or MC Light spit as opposed to Missy Elliott, I'd rather hear one of them. I would tell Missy to go. Missy, why don't you go get everybody a drink, hold somebody's
Oh,
beer,
that ain't right.
hold
That
somebody's
ain't
beer,
right.
and let Queen
She
Latifah
was
take a seat.
actually writing and producing some of that stuff. Come on.
I
Come
understand.
on.
I understand. I
All
understand.
right.
It's my opinion. I like Missy Elliott. Don't get me wrong, but not one of my
But
favorites.
not goat status. If
Not
we're
ghost
just
status.
talking
No,
goat.
no, not ghost status. Not ghost status. She all right.
Yeah. All right. All right.
She
All right.
That's a Philly thing. She all right.
I don't know. I don't know.
So, of our list, like I know a lot of people disagreed with me on a lot of different things. Can't say
Yeah.
about that. But anyway, we were
But
yeah,
it was
but
our way of wrapping up and celebrating March as International Women's History Month and talking about some women in pop culture and some highlighting some of our favorite women in pop culture. We are here every Saturday night. And coming up in the month of April, you will also be able to hear us Tuesday nights as a part of the Who's Got Next radio network. And that will be broadcasting and syndicated in Chicago as well as Atlanta and the Philadelphia area. You can hear it on Indie 101.5.
FM. FM.
FM
FM.
101.5
You'll be hearing
FM.
the recording on Tuesday nights, and I'm not sure what time. We don't know yet, but we will let you
Well,
know.
as we get the details, we'll be giving you the details, but that is coming
Yeah,
up in April. Also, as a result of tonight's podcast, we will be going live um every day in
starting April
April.
1st.
Starting April Fools. So, and that's a Saturday. So, are you getting up at 5 in the morning? Well, maybe that day we won't go live at 5. But hey, we'll do
No,
it.
let's
We'll
go.
do
Let's
the
go live.
thing.
I got a busy day that day, but let's go live at 5. And next
And
Saturday, and our show next Saturday is good. I'm going to be next Saturday. We are doing I'm doing a comedy show. I put together a comedy show. It's called Shop Around the Comics. Kind of like Shop Around the Corner, like the movie Shop Around the Corner. And then you got mail also that too.
you're so bizarre. I mean, you know a reference Shop Around the Corner and the fact that yes, that's the movie that led to You Got Mail, but anyway, go ahead. Live your life.
Anyway, I like rom-coms, okay? I like rom-coms. Sue me. I'm a romantic at heart, okay? Sue me.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you. But so anyway, I put together. It's called Shop Around the Comics. It's going to be at Oakland at the Lair Gallery next Saturday from 3 to 7 on the 1st, and we're going to have comics, and they're going to be clean comics, so it's family time, and we're going to have vendors scattered around the art gallery. For you to be able to purchase things from our vendors, please come out. If you're in the South Jersey area, please come to the Lair Gallery in Oakland, New Jersey, and support the Lair Gallery and support the vendors that we have coming out and the comics. We have 3 very good comics coming out. I know them all personally. I got them to come and do this show, and we're going to have a good time with it. And after the show, I'm going to see if I can get I know one of them has to leave, but I'm going to see if I can get the other 2 comics to stick around. And for April Fools, we're going to have a funny comic show. And talk
Funny
to our
comic show. Maybe I'll even post something on Facebook. Also, on the April show, we are going to usually we broadcast under my YouTube channel, K Walk Comedy. But starting April 1st, we will be coming to you from our own Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture YouTube channel. Really? And that's where we're going to be doing our every day in April. We actually just tried to do that on this show. So, but look for us there, and we'll we'll put links. I don't think there are links yet in this description, but we'll get links and we'll post it on the Kathy and Kenny Facebook page as well as on my YouTube page so that you can go over there and find us. And we'll be throwing some of the old shows on there or clips from the old shows where we either mention Die Hard or Kenny mentions Grease 2 as the greatest movie of all time. But
or
a lot of videos cut up.
Or I mentioned my list of my celebrity crushes, which is Janet Jackson, Whoopi Goldberg, Sandra Bernhardt, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Okay, and you sure you don't want to put Queen Latifah on that list? Because
I know I would definitely put The Equalizer on my list of crushes. The Equalizer, come on, Queen Latifah, she's the queen. Come on, what guy wouldn't?
Oh, no, Queen. I think she just had a birthday too this last week. All right. So those are the fun and exciting things. So next Saturday, we will be live from the Lair and hopefully get to talk to a few comics.
And Ellen DeGeneres is cute.
And Ellen DeGeneres, yeah.
And I just saw an interview with Rosie O'Donnell because her birthday was. She's looking nice with the gray hair.
Hey, got her. Hey, I'm rocking the gray hairs myself. I
got the gray hair.
I just wish they would all be gray. Like a few gray is just annoying. I'm like, just let it all be gray and be done with it. My Lord, my God. But anyway, hey, another fun show, another fun time. We do this every Saturday night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and checking us out. Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. We got to change the title of that show because we obviously
know pop culture. You didn't know about the Pusha song being made in the bathroom.
All right. Well, hey, we're here to entertain, educate, and inform. So thank you guys for hanging with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're joining us on the tubes. Join the Facebook group and hang out with us on Kathy and Ken Explain Pop Culture over there on Facebook. Twitchers, if you're twitching, thanks for hanging out with us. We will be here roundabout and see you next Saturday.
God bless your soul and keep living. Peace.
Peace. Oh, I guess this is where I need to just bring in the outro.
Yeah, you bring in the outro now. The outro.
All right. It's time for the outro.
The outro.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.